slightly fewer jobs in August, but there were still 5.4 million positions that are open. And the number of people who quit their jobs, presumably to take a better one, was unchanged in August. I'm Tom Busby, CNBC Radio.
Thinking about switching to LED bulbs? There's never been a better time because this Friday through Sunday, it's Ace's biggest ever buy two, get one free LED sale. Buy any two select LED bulbs and get one free. Hurry in to mix and match from our best-selling, longest-lasting LED bulbs and save on your energy costs. Only at Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Buy two select Fight LED bulbs, get one of equal or lesser value free. While supplies last, store stock only at participating stores October 16th through the 18th. See store for details.
As the owner of a sock shop, there are a few things I can count on during the holidays. No one will know what to get their dad, everyone will decide at the last minute, and they'll decide on socks. And now, thanks to the Postal Service, my customers will know exactly when dad's socks are delivered, which is nice, because it's the only thing the poor guy's gonna get.
Introducing real-time delivery notifications from the U.S. Postal Service. Now your customers will know right when their packages arrive. Another reason, this is our season. The U.S. Postal Service. Priority, you. U.S. only. Most notifications transmitted within a few minutes of the delivery scan.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com.
Well, good afternoon and happy Friday. I'm Di Rice with the latest in live local news here on Kcaa 1050 AM. A 100-mile pursuit of robbery suspects from Rancho Cucamonga to Pasadena yesterday ended with 3 arrests, including one in which, for the second time this year, television news images showed San Bernardino County Sheriff deputies repeatedly striking a prone suspect. 2 of the 3 suspects, including one of the men who was hit in the side and knee in the head as he failed to comply with deputies' commands, are documented gang members. The department is conducting an internal investigation, standard in such cases, to determine whether the use of force was within department policy. The sheriff's department arrest tactics have come under scrutiny recently. And a crash involving 2 big rigs that occurred at about midnight this morning on the 10 freeway in Whitewater caused a chemical leak. At 5 a.m., the number 1, 2, and 3 lanes of the westbound 10 were closed at Hagen-Lehman Way in Whitewater, and firefighters were on the scene likely until late this morning. One of the big rigs involved in the crash was carrying chemicals, which prompted Riverside County's hazmat team to respond. The team has been cleaning up the 3 gallons of diesel fuel that leaked onto the ground from the big rig. The chemicals in the trailer were flammable and consisted of a couple of pounds of acid and toxins. So at least that didn't blow up. Inland Empire weather, variable clouds today, and those clouds remaining with us through Sunday with a chance on and off of rain over the weekend. And highs today, 84. Highs tomorrow, 83. And by Sunday, we should be cooling down to about 80 degrees. Overnight lows tonight, about 66. Currently at 77 here in San Bernardino. Checking out your drive, not a whole lot going on. The on-ramp on the westbound 10 at Euclid Avenue in Ontario is open. It was a solo spin out there, partially blocking the on-ramp. That's cleared up, so that's good news for you, and that's all we got. That is the very latest with news, weather, and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind. Kcaa 1050 AM. Dave Ramsey's coming up next.
It gets real, it's live, it's really live, local and in motion. Every day on Kcaa, the Inland Empire's only live local motion talk. Kcaa 1050 AM. and KCAAradio.com.
Show starts right now.
Sacrifice, determination.
You can be intentional about your character, your work ethic.
You've got to be on the same page.
Today we're calling to let you know we are debt-free, house and everything.
You have done really, really, really good. And you're not going to quit now.
It's been a huge witness for us to be able to share that.
It was time to get serious.
Intentionality, people.
Celebrate the success.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much.
This is your show, America.
If I knew at 22 what I know now, our life would be better off.
It's the show that's changing the world. Now you don't just listen to the show, you live it. Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's the Dave Ramsey Show, where debt is dumb, cash is king, and the paid-off home mortgage has taken the place of the BMW as the status symbol of choice. I'm Dave Ramsey, your host. Thank you for joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. That's 888-825-5225. Judith starts off this hour in Denver. Hi, Judith. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I'm fine. How are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
I had a quick question about downsizing. I wondered if I should downsize or not.
Downsize what?
Downsize my home.
Oh, your home. Okay. Why would you downsize?
So I am single at this point. I own a 4-bedroom home. Well, I'm purchasing a 4-bedroom home, and was thinking of trying to take the equity from the home and just buying a condo, and have enough equity where I feel like I could pay pretty much full price for a condo.
So the reason to downsize is to get out of debt. You'd be able to pay off the condo in full.
Absolutely, to pay off the condo in full and be out of debt.
Okay. Why did you buy a 4-bedroom home?
You know, I had a child, and now she's in grad school and doesn't plan on moving back to Denver, so she's on her own. And I guess I figured I was out of town and figured I'd have lots of family come to visit. And that really hasn't panned out. They haven't really come and visit and stayed with me. So I'm like, yeah, I've got 4 bedrooms, and I don't really have a reason to have 4 bedrooms, although I like my space. And
it turns out Denver's got some hotels if they need to stay.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Would I be wrong if I added to this, you're tired of cutting the grass and dealing with the maintenance?
Cutting the grass, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. I don't like a lot of yard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would get entire sections of your life back were you to have a condo. Not to mention the fact that you wouldn't have any debt. Yeah.
Right.
So it sounds like to me, if you, the debt piece aside, if you were buying a house today, and let's say you were renting an apartment today, if you were buying something today, you probably would not buy the house you're in. You'd probably buy a condo.
Yeah, probably I would not buy the house I'm in.
Yeah, I would sell it and buy a condo then. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I wondered about, if I, paid a lot of money over the next 10 years, I would own the house, and I figured then the house would be worth more. And so maybe it makes sense to stay here so that I don't know if we're under the investment value.
Yeah, you can go buy another condo with that money as a rental, and it'll go up in value. Now, here's the thing. Be careful with condos that you buy one in an area that is doing well and that's going to appreciate. Okay, you want something that's going up in value. And be sure anytime there's a condo association or a homeowners association that you look into the financial health of that homeowners association.
Okay.
Like we're always real careful with that because you can buy a condo and then 3 weeks later the condo association find out it's being run poorly and they assess everyone $14,000 a piece to put a roof on the thing.
Okay.
And so because they haven't saved up the money to buy the roof, they hit all the condo members. And so you've got to find out what's going on with the maintenance and is it up to date and is there, are the bills being paid? Is somebody doing the accounting properly? Are the expenses being turned into the person who does the accounting properly? Is it being professionally managed? Those kinds of things, so you can stay ahead of the curve on that. Because you don't want to buy something and then only to find out that that there's a special assessment on the way.
Right.
But other than that, your idea sounds really good. Just be sure you check out the condo association and make sure it's financially sound and that the condo is in an area that's going up in value. And that's what we're looking for. Lex is in Lubbock, Texas. Hi, Lex. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, my wife and I are working on our emergency fund. We should have that done in February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of looking forward to the investing portion. And I was wondering, is there any reason you would ever suggest doing an annuity? And if not, where would I start looking at mutual funds to invest in?
Well, for mutual funds, we would recommend you, if you've never done investing, that you go to someone that has the heart of a teacher so that you're learning before you invest and as you invest. We have people that we endorse in each of the cities around America for several things, but for investing is one of them. We call them endorsed local providers, and you can go to DaveRamsey.com and click on ELP for investing. One of them will get in touch with you, and you can sit down and begin to learn. I don't recommend an annuity except in very, very rare circumstances, usually for older folks, but only for people that have built a level of wealth and are 100% debt-free, house and everything.
Okay.
And the reason is there's two types of annuities, Lex. There's an annuity that is a fixed annuity, which I never recommend. And a fixed annuity is basically a money market type interest rate, 1%, 2%, 3% right now. If you could get 3%, it'd be a great day. And it's basically a savings account with an insurance company. And they put a lot of fees on them, and they're horrible. Horrible. It's like putting money into a CD as a long-term investment. Horrible rate of return. So I don't recommend those ever. A variable annuity is an annuity wrapped around a mutual fund, and it keeps the mutual fund from being taxed as it grows, but you pay an extra fee to the annuity company in addition to the mutual fund fees. So you get double dipped on the fees, and so they're kind of expensive, but it allows the money to grow tax-free and has a few other features to it. But you don't need that as long as you haven't maxed out all your retirement and haven't paid off your house. Those are things you should do. But if you could put money in a 401k, much better deal, or money in a Roth IRA, much better deal, directly into mutual funds. Those are going to grow tax-free or tax-deferred also, and you don't have to pay the double dip fees to get it.
Okay.
So who's offering you an annuity?
It is New York Life.
Okay. Yeah, it's an insurance company.
Okay.
And so the reason they're doing that is they're not licensed to sell mutual funds. And it's a way for them to get through to the mutual funds, and that's a very expensive product. And I would avoid it completely. But thank you for the call, sir. We appreciate you joining us. Open phones at 888-825-5225. You jump in. We'll talk about your life and your money. This is the last week on the best deal ever on the Total Money Makeover book, celebrating our 5 millionth copy being sold, $16.99. It ships this coming Monday, and we are throwing in $75 worth of stuff. 3 ebooks, Smart Money, Smart Kids, Legacy Journey, and Complete Guide to Money. And we're throwing in the Total Money Makeover event video and 3 months of Every Dollar Plus, which is the bank connectivity with Every Dollar. You can get this at DaveRamsey.com for just a few more days, and it's our celebration of the 5 millionth copy. Also, we're celebrating this week with something else very special. Be sure, mark down your calendar. This Thursday morning, I will be on Fox and Friends making the craziest, wackiest, biggest announcement I've maybe ever done. You do not want to miss this. This is the coolest thing. Join us at Fox and Friends on Thursday morning. Be sure to don't miss this. Don't miss it. Total Money Makeover celebration time, baby. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
If you like jazz, you'll enjoy getting together with me, Tommy Hawkins, a jazz hawk. Tune into my show, Just Jazz, Saturday nights, 10 to midnight on Kcaa 1050 AM.
KCAA invites you to celebrate the International Day Archaeology Expo Saturday, October 17th. The expo will be held at Hidden Valley Nature Center in Riverside. The expo brings the adventure of archaeology and thousands of years of history to you and your family. It runs from 10 till 3 Saturday, October 17th. For more information, go to info@heritageedu.com, info@heritageedu.com, or call 909-633-1279. That's 909-633-1279.
I would absolutely recommend Churchill Mortgage to any of my friends, family, coworkers. They treated me like as if I was buying $1 million home, and that just made such a huge difference, knowing that I'm more around the 100,000 range than $1 million, but yet the treatment was just very respectful and very professional.
Call Churchill Mortgage today or visit us online to discover why we're the only mortgage company Dave Ramsey has ever endorsed.
This is KCAA.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
What have I learned so far? Well, I've learned there's no one right path for everyone. I've learned that without my high school diploma, I could only do so much. My options were limited, very limited. I found a free personalized learning program with Learn for Life that has a flexible schedule so I can keep my job while earning my high school diploma. I found a new career with training opportunities that would jumpstart my future. What have I learned so far? I've learned that I could change my life.
Are you 14 to 19 years old and looking for a free high school diploma program with flexible meeting times? This program allows you to keep your job or important family responsibilities while earning your high school diploma. If you've fallen behind on credits or dropped out of school completely, get back on track with free tutoring, a caring faculty, and one-on-one attention. For more information on how to reach your graduation goal, visit learnforlife.org. That's LEARN, the number 4, LIFE.org. Or enroll today by calling 877-360-LEARN. That's 877-360-LEARN.
Wondering what to do on your Friday drive home? Well, the bar's open and it's happy hour. Join us right here on KCAA 1050 AM on Friday at 3 for Trevor's Happy Hour with Lyle Fenimore. The gang's all going to be there, so dial it in. KCAA 1050 AM Fridays at 3 p.m. for Trevor's Happy Hour with Lyle Fenimore. Pour me a tall one. Brought to you by buysellmakeoffer.com.
Thank you for joining us, America. You can follow me on Twitter at Dave Ramsey. 675,000 of you do. Thank you for that. Ben is on Twitter. What are your thoughts on using index funds as a means of lowering fees for retirement? I use index funds a lot, and I use them for two things. One is if I'm investing for a shorter term than 10 years, I'm just parking some money in a mutual fund. Like I've got some money parked in a mutual fund that I just pulled it out about a month ago because I'm getting ready to close on a big piece of real estate. So I was saving up for a piece of real estate. And, and so if I'm saving up and doing, I'm parking some money in a mutual fund until I buy some real estate. Sometimes it'll sit there a year. Sometimes it'll sit there 3 years, but, generally something like that. And so I throw money in there versus sitting in a stupid savings account. And I like the low fees and the predictability of an index fund for that. Now, what an index fund is, folks, is it's a mutual fund that attempts to mirror what a stock market index does. There are several stock market indexes. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is a stock market index. The S&P 500 is probably the most famous index, and that stands for Standard & Poor, is a company that rates companies on the stock market, and they rate the top 500 companies in terms of size on the New York Stock Exchange, which is the largest, is the stock exchange for exchanging stocks of the largest companies. So Standard & Poor 500 is an index that if you bought a share of stock in each of those 500 companies, then what would your portfolio do? Or if you bought a mutual fund that attempted to mirror that, what would that portfolio do? It'll do exactly what the stock market does, because an S&P 500 is considered the most accurate measure of what the stock market's actually doing. Now, I know the Dow Jones Industrial Average is what everybody looks at, but it's not really nearly as accurate because only 30 stocks in the Dow. And so this has got 500 in it. So it's a more representative of what's really going on in the stock market. So that's an index fund, and that's what I use as an S&P 500 index fund when I'm parking money for the short term. Another thing an index fund is good for is because they're not trying to beat the market, they are trying to be the market. They're basically buying stocks that are those 500 companies. That's it. They're trying to model after that. And so they hardly ever sell the stocks inside the mutual fund. They just buy them and hold them. So if you buy that, it has what's called a low turnover ratio, which means they don't sell the stocks inside the mutual fund hardly ever. It's less than 5% of the stocks turn over in a year. And so they buy it and keep it. The good news about that is if you invest in that fund, unless you cash out of the fund, all of the growth is tax deferred. And if you hold it a year, you're taxed at capital gains rate on anything that goes up. Versus, say, like an annuity. We were talking about a minute ago, a variable annuity. You have to hold that forever. And when you pull it out, it's taxed at ordinary income. And so you're better off to have been in a low turnover index fund than you would be, say, in a variable annuity, as another example of why variable annuities are one of my lesser choices. Now, to answer your question, though, Ben, is what are my thoughts on using that to lower fees on retirement? I don't worry about fees as much on retirement. My 401k has fee funds in it, and I'm fine with paying a fee on those funds. And I buy some funds that have a load or a fee, a commission charged off the front when you buy them. I don't mind that a bit at all, because I'm holding those over a long period of time, and that fee then is amortized over all of those years, and so it amounts to almost nothing in the equation. The reason people don't have money when they get to retirement is not fees. The reason people don't have money when they get to retirement is not even rate of return, which is what I used to think it was. But there's tons of studies out there, and the most recent one that I got a hold of is really pretty cool. It's from the ASPPA, the Actuaries, Consultants, Administrators, and Other Retirement Plan Professionals. Talk about an association of nerds, okay? The Actuaries, Consultants, Administrators, and Other Retirement Plan Professionals. They did a detailed set of research on why people don't have money at retirement. Because the industry is always accused of charging such high fees, and that's why people don't have money at retirement. Or the stock market, oh, it went down, I lost all my money in the stock market. That's not why people don't have money. That's not it. The number one reason, the number one primary driver of people who are successful in retirement is not that they kept the fees low. It's not that they got rate of return. You know what it is? 74% of an indicator as a primary driver. The vast, by far, not even a close second, 74% of the reason you will be successful in retirement. You know what it is? Your rate of savings. Translation. If you want money at retirement, you have to save money. Well, there it is. And yet all these nerds in the financial world run around, carping on and, read these articles and see supposed consumer advocates. It's a bunch of crap. They just do not know what they're talking about. Oh, it's the fees. It's the evil financial people are charging fees. And, the rates of return are horrendous. It's all over the place. No, rates of return are great. Fees are reasonable. They're not that high. I buy some no-load funds. I buy load funds. I just described that. The reason people succeed in retirement and having money at retirement is they actually save money. When you put money in retirement, you know what? You'll have money in retirement. There it is again. This is freaking obvious. But people get caught up in stuff, being like worrying about the fees, and so they spend all their time with paralysis of the analysis, and they do nothing as a result. Nothing. And so you end up with nothing. In other words, if you do a poor job of selecting an underperforming fund that has unusually high fees and you invest, you are light years more likely to retire with dignity than some financial goob who sits around with his calculator and his Poindexter nerdification, spending all his time in paralysis of the analysis, never puts money in because he's trying to figure out how somebody's trying to rip him off. Really. I mean, Bernie Madoff is not the problem, you guys. You're the problem. You don't put any freaking money in there. Your 401k is going to have nothing in it if you put nothing in it. This is not rocket science. So, Ben, all of that to say, good question, but the wrong question. What are your thoughts on using index funds as a means of lowering fees for retirement? I don't give a rip. That's my thoughts. It's an okay thing, and I used it as a point to teach from here for a few minutes. But for lowering fees for retirement is the wrong question. The right question is, how can I put more money in my retirement account so I have some money in my retirement account? That's the right question. And then make sure it's invested in good growth stock mutual funds that have long track records. And, yeah, look at the fees. That's fine. But 85% of my analysis on which fund I'm going to pick to 90% is based on its track record on that fund. I look at the fees, but just a cursory glance. I really don't spend a lot of time on fees. Now, I make a decision on a fee, whether I'm doing a load or no load, based on what I described earlier. If I'm parking the money for a short time, or I'm above my, I'm maxed out on all my retirement accounts, which I am, putting all I can put, then I'm looking for a low turnover ratio. These are some things I'm looking for. But again, they're not a fee-based decision. The decision was, I'm going to invest, I've got some money. That's a big chunk of it right there. So don't get caught up in this thing of, oh man, I gotta do an index fund. I have to do an ETF. I have to make sure I don't let the investment professional make any money, because, everybody knows investment professionals ripping everybody off. Oh, crap. That's just not true. It's mathematically not true. The research doesn't back it up. It's just garbage. So you need to be investing, and you need somebody in your corner teaching you to invest and keeping you investing, and that's how you end up with money. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
This is KCAA.
California headline news. A major artery into the greater Los Angeles area will be closed for much of the day due to mudslides. Both sides of Interstate 5 and the Tejon Pass will stay closed until 5 this afternoon. The scene scary for motorists surrounded by water and debris.
Got back in our cars, and after that, we just started sliding. Boulders started coming, so it was just quick. It just happened quick. So it was scary.
No one seriously hurt, but the muck and debris was reported to be 5 feet deep in some areas. The Attorney General's office announcing the start of a new website for victims of revenge porn.
What the site does is offer resources for victims, frequently asked questions. What do I do if I'm a victim of cyber exploitation?
Assistant Attorney General Venus Johnson urging people to Google themselves every now and then to see what pops up. 2 veteran San Francisco police sergeants hospitalized, a suspect dead after yesterday's violent struggle between the three in a busy downtown intersection. Geico weather, more storm activity forecast for the southern portion of the state. Cloudy and cooler up north. Jeff Scott, California News.
Call Quicken Loans now at 800-QUICKEN to see if you qualify for the government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. And for 5 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction. And for the second year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in mortgage servicing. Call 800-QUICKEN or visit QuickenLoans.com.
Visit jdpower.com for award information. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Number 3030.
Hey-ho, Bigfoot here. You know, mythical creature from the woods. Today I saw something I couldn't believe existed. The new Honda Pioneer 1000. Whoa, man, it's a beast with a best-in-class 999cc engine and the industry's only 6-speed, fully automatic dual-clutch transmission. This thing's real, it's big, and it's here. Check it out at pioneer1000.honda.com.
Pioneers are for drivers 16 years and older. For your safety, read the owner's manual. Wear a helmet and eye protection. Always wear your seatbelt and keep the side nets and doors closed.
InfoTrack is the weekly show with information you should know. Hi, everybody. This is Chris Whitting, inviting you to join me each week for InfoTrack.
Sundays at 6 a.m.
Right here on CNBC KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
If you're trying to prevent home foreclosure, you need a law firm with extensive experience representing clients in protecting their homes from foreclosure. The Goodman Law Firm is a nationwide team of mortgage mitigation attorneys that provides legal advice and expertise you can trust. Our nationwide network includes local of-counsel foreclosure attorneys to represent you during the mortgage mitigation process. The Goodman firm has represented homeowners across the nation in resolving their troubled mortgages. We have the experience and the knowledge you can count on to best represent your interests. The banks have attorneys fighting to protect their interests, and so should you. Call the Goodman Law Firm at 888-800-6030. Take control of your mortgage situation today. Contact us at 888-800-6030 or through our website at arnoldgoodmanlaw.com.
Bringing you the spiritual, physical, and financial. God can bless every part of your life. Seek the kingdom first and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. Hi, I'm Reverend E.C. with New Life Open Doors Radio Live every Sunday, 8 to 10 at Kcaa 1050 AM.
We found the problem with your car.
And
Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
what?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Hey, this is Steve Sanchez, and do you know in 2007, I went off to the doctor for a basic checkup, and he informed me, Steve, you got plaque built up around your heart, and you're going to need stents. I informed him, with no offense, doc, I need a second opinion. I go off to a naturopathic doctor, and he introduces me to something called Zango. It's a juice made of the whole mangosteen fruit. You know, the mangosteen fruit has been used for centuries for healing. So, hey, what do I have to lose? I tried it. 3 months later, I go back to my cardiologist, no plaque, no stents, and I'm proud to say 7.5 years later, I'm stent-free. I want to turn you on to Zango because it's the only true 100% mangosteen fruit juice. It's patented. In fact, the Mayo Clinic is paying attention because they're doing an extensive study because they cannot ignore all the testimonials around the world. I want to give you a free sample of the Zango juice today. Simply call 888-309-5656. That's 888-309-5656 for your free mangosteen juice sample today from the company called Zango.
KCAA is proud to announce another new service for all North American listeners. Now you can listen to our station on your telephone by calling us at 832-999-1050. Our service is available on any standard telephone, cell phone, or smartphone. Simply call 832-999-1050. That's 832-999-1050. Standard cell phone rates may apply.
You're listening to KCAA Loma Linda at 106.5 FM, K293 CF3 Valley.
So many fans on Twitter, and we thank you for that. And occasionally we have folks on the Twitter who are not fans. And we thank you because you also are entertaining. You're mainly entertaining to Kelly because she actually likes the Mean Tweets segment as well as anyone. I'm not sure what that says about Kelly, but anyway, there we go. So James, our producer, and Kelly, our associate producer, spend time combing through the Hating on Dave Twitter section of the world and occasionally pull up mean tweets to be read by me. And so we do a segment called Dave Reads Mean Tweets, which we stole from somebody like Jimmy Kimmel or somebody like that does that. That's somebody that's cool. So, but it is kind of funny, and it's, you people are characters, some of you. So Frank says on Twitter, my wife was explaining what Lent is to our 6-year-old and why she gave up sweets. Immediately, she said, I want to give up Dave Ramsey. So you could give up Dave Ramsey for Lent. That's good. Matthew, seriously, though, having Dave Ramsey in your zombie survivor group would be awful. Quote, enough about savings accounts, Dave. There are no more banks. Yeah, I'm worried about being in your zombie survival group. I'm trying to work with real life zombies, trying to get some of them to come back around to the living, land of the living again. Zoe says, no, I don't want to listen to Dave Ramsey talk. Sorry, not sorry. We'll change the channel, darling. Kimmy says, Dave Ramsey's voice is too smooth and it rubs me the wrong way. Is that not paradoxical or contradictory? I mean, if it's smooth, how would it rub you the wrong way? That's weird. So, I mean, it's like if it was rough, it would do that. That's funny. Okay, cute. Oh, this one's great. Ray says, Dave Ramsey makes me want to shove 3,000 needles in each of my eyes. This is the same kind of person that burns their own neighborhood to protest. Why are you putting needles in your eyes? 3,000 of them because of me. So strange. Oh, and the fun ones are this. If you don't know, we're now in 33% of the high schools with our Foundations in Personal Finance high school curriculum. And that means we've just graduated our 2 millionth high school senior. And so part of my Twitter feed is this hilarious banter back and forth with these high school students sitting in class that apparently have no idea that other people can see Twitter other than them. And they use it like instant message or something. They're so, some of them are so technologically inept. Now, others are very nice and say some nice things too, but this is a mean tweets segment, so we're not going to talk about those. So Serena is obviously one of those students. And I got in trouble when they first started trashing me. I thought they were like adults trashing me, and I would mess with them on Twitter. And then I got like little teenagers got Twitter abused because of me, and then I had to quit doing that because I found out I was a kid. I got this kid Twitter killed. So this is like, crashed. All right, so Serena says, Mr. Bland loves talking about Dave Ramsey. Literally, who is Dave Ramsey? There you go. Kara says, personal finance is listening to Dave Ramsey for an hour and a half, and I don't think I can do it today. I think somebody skipped class. Looking. Alexandra, I'm 2 minutes in, and Dave Ramsey makes me want to hang myself. Well, maybe you could tag team with the girl with the 3,000 needles in her eyes since you're into self-destruction due to listening to Dave Ramsey. That's great. Stacy says, Dave Ramsey's great, but you should read about good debt versus bad debt if you want to understand wealth. There you go. Ken says, why do evangelicals love Dave Ramsey? Time to return to sola scriptura. #Jesus. Now, I got to tell you, I've read the Bible most of my life, my adult life anyway, and I've studied a lot. I am so dumb, I did not know what that meant. I'll be authentic and just tell you the truth. I had to go look it up. Did you know what that meant? Either one of y'all know what sola scriptura? Did you? You did? You had to look it up? No, you'd heard of it. I'd heard of it, but I had to go. It just means that Scripture is the supreme rule. That if it's not in Scripture, that all doctrine should come from Scripture. Which, sure. So how's that inconsistent with me? I didn't tell you to do something that wasn't scriptural. Everything we often talk about what's in the Bible when it says about money. So that's weird. But I mean, I guess guys like Ken, they probably don't have a car. Because car's not in Scripture. And you can't have a bike either. You got to walk, Ken. Because it's not in Scripture. And insurance, it's not in Scripture. Second hesitations covers whole life versus term. So, what kind of doofus is this? But he throws out stuff like sola scriptura. Yeah. So, what'd you say? Say it again. Twitter's not in Scripture, and you're using it, Ken. There you go. That's good, Kelly. I like that. That's even better. That's funny. Leslie, fun fact. Dave Ramsey has blocked me on Twitter for criticism. Oh, that happens a lot. If you think I am on Twitter in order to put up with your crap, you're confused. I'll help you with that. Block, block, block. Just like that. I don't hesitate. And so, you think you're going to take me to task on something on Twitter? I don't know you, little round red egg person. You don't even have the guts to put your real name on there with all your digital courage. So block. And even if you do have your name and your stuff on there and you start cussing at me or you start going, you're an idiot and you don't know what you're talking about and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. I'm not taking a poll on Twitter, you guys. It's not what it's for me. I'm using it to communicate ideas to you and have some conversations with you. But it's not where it's not like I'm going to get in some kind of debate with 140 characters with you and I don't even know who you are. So you want to start that crap, block, just like that. I just block them. And thousands are blocked. Thousands. And you start cussing, you start dropping F-bombs and stuff, Twitter feed, block. I'm not reading that stuff. I don't want that crap in my brain. So you're done. You're done. That's it. So, Leslie, I don't want to bother you or anything, but you're really not that special. I've blocked a lot of people. So you're on a very long list. and they just added the mute button, which is not as much fun as blocking because they don't know you blocked them then. You just muted them. So I'd rather them know. It's more fun to tell you got unfriended on Twitter. Well, that's a Facebook term, I know. All right, last one of the mean tweets reads, Dave Ramsey sounds like the evil bear off of Toy Story 3.
Destiny.
Oh, he's got a southern accent. I didn't know what the bear sounded like. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I do kind of sound like that. That's pretty good. That's actually funny. Sort of. In a weird, mean sort of way. Dave Ramsey sounds like the evil bear off of Toy Story 3. That was my goal. So everyone that has a southern accent sounds like the evil bear on Toy Story 3. Well, there you go, folks. One of the more popular segments. I have no idea why, but those were pretty good. I wouldn't call it. There's a couple of those are A's, but they're mainly B's, and there's a few C's in there. Y'all were really reaching. There's not a lot of good hate out there because I blocked them all.
Back.
I know.
Yeah, once school gets going.
Yeah, when school gets going, we'll just do one devoted to high school. Yeah, there was one or two on there this morning, but you probably could. You can't read those with all that those cuss words in there. So yeah, I mean, you kiss your mother with that mouth, Junior. I mean, really, nasty. So yeah, parents, you ought to follow your children's Twitter feeds. Teachers, you ought to follow your students' Twitter feeds. You would discover things about you that you had no idea that they say. And you would discover apparently Kara's skipping class. Y'all didn't even know she's skipping class. Smoking in the girls' room, There you go. So we should have played that song to go with that. Y'all don't even know that. You're not old enough to smoking in the boys' room. It wasn't girls' room, but it was Kara, so I changed it. You would know. Yeah. Nah, yeah. I'm not going there. It's all about hating on me today, so we're just keep it to me. Just keep the hate on Dave. This is the Dave Ramsey Show.
bringing you the spiritual, physical, and financial. God can bless every part of your life. Seek the kingdom first and his righteousness, and everything else will be added unto you. Hi, I'm Reverend E.C. with New Life Open Doors Radio Live every Sunday, 8 to 10 at Kcaa 1050 a.m.
Kcaa invites you to celebrate the International Day Archaeology Expo Saturday, October 17th. The expo will be held at Hidden Valley Nature Center in Riverside. The expo brings the adventure of archaeology and thousands of years of history to you and your family. It runs from 10 till 3 Saturday, October 17th. For more information, go to info@heritageedu.com, info@heritageedu.com, or call 909-633-1279. That's 909-633-1279.
We have our friend and longtime partner, Howard Russell, who is the CEO and president of Christian Healthcare Ministries. Howard, it works. It's affordable for followers of Christ. This is, in fact, an actual ministry. It's not just a word in the title of your organization.
There's a wonderful model that members in all 50 states, they pay a monthly membership fee. If they have medical bills, they send those bills into us. We send the money to the member who then pays the bills. That model works because it finds its basis in the Bible in Acts chapters 2 and 4. That's what we do, and we are legal, plus we are more affordable.
You can go to chministries.org. That's chministries.org. And on their website, you can get every answer that you could possibly ever need, and you can communicate with their amazing team. So check it out now, chministries.org.
This is KCAA.
The Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce's 19th annual Vintners Dinner Celebration takes place Friday evening, November 13th at the Ontario Convention Center. The evening will feature great restaurants, caterers, and wineries of the area, a silent auction, and live music. This will be the event of the year. Reservations are required. Contact the Chamber at 909-987-1012, 909-987-1012, or ranchochamber.org.
We found the problem with your car. Turns out the carburetor differential modulator is out.
What?
And while we were digging around in there, this thing fell off.
Stop. There's no automotive repair nightmares at Diego Martinez's 5-Star Automotive in San Bernardino. 5-Star Automotive, where you'll get a great experience, and home of the $15.99 oil change. That's right, just $15.99. They specialize in transmissions, brake repair, AC, and many other repairs, all with a lifetime warranty on parts and labor. Diego knows when your auto needs 5-star attention, it's never convenient. He offers a 12-month interest-free auto repair loan on major auto repairs with no money down. He'll even throw in free towing and a 10% discount for his neighbors in the 909 who work for the city and county of San Bernardino. Call 909-387-0770. That's 387-0770. Your neighbors at 909 West 2nd Street in San Bernardino.
Here's a date you'll want to save. Sowing Seeds for Life is kicking off their 3rd annual Monster Run Walk to Fight Hunger on Sunday, October 25th at the Citizens Business Bank Arena in Ontario. It's a 1K, 5K, and you're welcome to dress up like your favorite monster, or just let the kids dress up. The important thing is to come join Sowing Seeds. They have lots of prizes and even a costume contest for the kids. Remember, every dollar you raise will stay here in the community and help feed kids and families in need.
No sooner done than said on AM 1050 KCAA.
With sunglasses, like you would get on your bed at a cruise ship. So this is proof this person's been on a cruise. Yay, rah. Says, anyway, Dave, your radio show today sounds like you've been drinking. See, there you go. No, darling, it sounds like that every day. Come back and join us anytime. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, we have more fun than you drunks. All right, Matthew and Rebecca are here in the lobby, or the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions. How are you guys?
Hi, Doing Dave. Well. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Welcome, welcome. So you've got a question, I hear. How can I help?
We do. It's a blessing to be here. We just finished Baby Step 2 and Baby Step 3.
Mm-hmm.
As we look into our retirement, I've recently changed careers and professionally. I have, in my previous careers, I had a matched 401k and then a 403b and then our Roth IRA. My current career offers a pension, so there's no company match. And wanted to know what we need to do with the other accounts to maximize our retirement portfolio.
Okay. Anytime you leave a job, we just recommend you roll them to an IRA in good growth stock mutual funds and spread them across the 4 types we talk about: growth and income, aggressive growth, and international. That's the 4 types of funds I personally use. And all of that's in Total Money Makeover, Financial Peace University, anything you go through with us, or you can just look it up online. What's Dave recommend? It's all right there. Or you can get with one of our endorsed local providers and roll it over. I would not roll it to a Roth because it's going to make all of it taxable when you do, unless you've got some extra money on the side that you want to just use to pay the taxes with. But most people don't, because it's probably a pretty good chunk of change, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So how much is in there?
Currently in the Roth, there's about 20.
It's a Roth 401k?
No, the company match first one was a 401k.
Okay.
And there's about 24,000, I believe, in there.
Okay. All right.
And with the Roth IRA, there's about 30, and then the 403b is about 12.
Okay. The 403b is Rebecca's?
It's mine.
Also from a different thing.
Yes.
I've got about 8,000 to 10,000 in my 403b.
Okay.
Currently.
All right. Good. All right. Well, I would just roll the old 403b. It's an old one, and the old 401k into IRAs. If you do, again, it'll be taxes and say a fourth of what's in there. So like on the 24,000, so like $6,000 or something, $5,000. If you got extra money laying around and won't pay the taxes, you can convert that to a Roth now if you want. You can do it later when you've got some money if you want. But I just roll them. The reason I roll them out to an IRA is you've got control of them, and there's more control of the mutual fund selection, and there's more mutual funds to select from. Versus trying to move stuff around back with an old company that you don't work for anymore and that kind of thing. Now, your new place does not offer a 401k?
It offers a 401k, but I figured we'd put that money in the Roth IRA.
Okay.
Due to just offering of the pension with no company match in the 401.
First thing I would do is max out your Roths, and because there's no match, obviously, at your company on the 401k because they have a pension. But I would not use the pension as an excuse not to get to 15% in Baby Step 4. That's a side issue because we hope the pension comes. It usually comes, but sometimes those things get in trouble, and you don't want to lean on that too heavily as being the only thing you have. So both of you together as a household income, when you get to Baby Step 4, is 15% of your income going in. And in your situation, I'd do Roth IRAs first and then go over and do 401k if you need to put more in something, or 403b in your case, Rebecca, if you need to put more in something above those two to get to 15%.
Okay.
But you want the total of all 4 things to be at 15%. Is that all? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
cool. Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Chris is in Denver. Hi, Chris. How are you?
Hey, Dave. Pretty good. How about yourself?
Better than I deserve, man. What's up?
Fantastic. Well, your talk earlier about not putting money into your 401k is actually why I'm calling.
Okay.
My wife and I have the opposite problem. We accidentally put too much money into our 401k, and I was going to see how we could go about getting that back out without taking a huge tax hit on it.
How did you put too much in savings? How can you have too much savings?
Well, we were on target to max out our 401ks this year in December to get the full employer match throughout the whole 12 months. But since the stock market took a little bit of a dive, we decided to max out early while it was low, and we overestimated and put too much into our 401k, so we're going to be over by about $1,500 for this year.
Put more in than is allowed, is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, then all you do with that is just get in touch with your HR department or your payroll department and tell them you've over-invested, and they can back that right out. They can add it back to a check.
Okay, cool. Well, now it'll just come back out in a new paycheck?
Yeah, they can just back it right out. They have to be able to do that because they don't want to participate in causing you to be over as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Dave. I'm a huge fan. I got all your books, even Smart Money, Smart Kids, and I don't even have kids yet.
Well, thanks.
So thank you.
Thanks. So you're married then?
Yes, sir.
Have you got tickets to the Smart Conference that we're doing in Denver on October 24th?
Oh, Dave, you hurt me. My wife and I work overseas, and I would love to come to that, but we're not going to be home again until about next May, so I'm hoping you don't retire before then.
Well, probably not before May. Everybody else around this building's hoping I don't retire before May either because they all want to keep working. So, yeah, we'll be doing another one. I don't know when we'll be back to Denver, but we'll catch you another time, brother. Thanks for calling in. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Natalie is with us in Columbia, South Carolina. Hi, Natalie. How are you?
I am doing great, Dave. Thanks.
Good. How can I help?
My question is, my husband and I are having to make the decision soon as to whether to start taking out our required minimum distribution or jump to our guaranteed income on his 401k plan.
Okay. Do you need the money?
We do not need the money.
Then the minimum would be the best.
Well, except for my thought is if we started with the guaranteed income, we could do more traveling, visiting grandkids that don't live right by us, things like that.
Yeah, but you don't have to do a guaranteed income. You're converting it to an annuity when you're doing that. You can just say, I want a certain amount of dollars to come out, and they have to exceed the minimum. That's all.
Oh, okay.
So you can just say, so what is the minimum? Have you done the calculation?
As far as per year?
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be about $4,000 a year.
Okay. So let's pretend you wanted to travel, and so you wanted to take out $14,000.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just say, take $14,000 out, and you can receive the money monthly.
Okay.
And they can just take it straight out of there. As long as you exceed the $4,000, you're fine on meeting the minimums, and after that, just rock on.
Okay.
Yeah, they can set it up to send you the amount it makes in terms of rate of return, or a fixed amount of dollars per month, whatever. So you can just say, I want $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. Or I want $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. Or $1,500 a month. That's $18,000 a year. Whatever, and that'll give you.
And we wouldn't have to do the same thing every year.
No, you can change it.
Okay.
As long as you exceed the minimum.
Okay.
With what you take out each year. Each calendar year, you've got to exceed your minimum. But other than that, and it sounds like you want to use some of the money for retirement, so that's fine. And you don't have other money to travel and that kind of stuff with other than this?
We do, but we are helping right now with 2 adult children with mental illness. So not a lot extra to do some traveling that we would like to do. I mean, we're doing fine. We've got plenty of retirements and that type of thing for normal stuff and some traveling.
Well, if you have enough in other funds, that's why I was asking. This money's not being taxed until you pull it out.
Correct.
And it's growing tax deferred continually. So I'm going to use this money last, but I'm going to use it. It's okay to use it. It's fine to use it. But it's just going to be the last of your funds, of your buckets that I want to empty because it is growing tax deferred. So very cool. Hey, thanks for calling in. That puts this hour of the Dave Ramsey Show in the books.
Leading with over 10 million searches after NBA star Lamar Odom was found unconscious at a brothel and later transported to a hospital. Rumors stating Odom had passed away was all over social media. Vanessa Bryant, wife of NBA star Kobe Bryant, put the rumors to rest on Instagram after visiting the hospital where Odom was